works.
You're an angel. I told you that. But what you don't know is that Monica and Andrew are angels too. God has sent you a lot of help. Help? Are you kidding me?
Yay.
You've ruined my life.
Hey everybody.
God has ruined my life.
So
I've lost my family, my
come
friends, my business, my
the
reputation.
4th, I will have a new deck, and it will be for
God did not say that this will be easy. Yes.
God.
God chose David to bring down Goliath. Let me tell you something about David. He was the least of his brothers. He was the smallest and the weakest. Sometimes God uses the weak to
The
show how
Intuitive
strong
Tarot by Bridget Else Mamont, or Biddy Bridget. And I love this book. It is a 31-day course, and there's exercises and activities to do. And so I've been reading it. It's supposed to be 31 days, like I said, but it's hard to put down.
Then stand up to the fear. I don't
And
know who it is. I do.
I just love this book. I am so glad I published it. I'm so glad that I ordered it off of Amazon. I've been wanting one of her books, and I'm more into like the intuitive side of tarot, and
Well, how's he cooking in that oven? It's got to be rolling.
Man, what do you think you're doing? This place is unsafe. No, it's not.
just wanting to
It's gone off the deep end.
to kind of broaden my horizons with the tarot.
Officer, Matt is doing something very important, and it must be finished.
So, I've been watching Touched by an Angel. My daughter is at her aunt's for the weekend, so I have a weekend free of my daughter, love her to death, ready for school.
Let's go. It's over.
So I will
Don't touch.
be doing an unboxing of that tarot deck, and I will be going
I know you all think I've
through it.
been
It will be
a lot with everything else.
in study with
You know,
this book, and
I think this
probably
might be
one
the
of the
safest
ones that
moment
I
of my life.
used for other people.
The devil is out there, and I know where I can find him. And as long as there's just one man who's willing to stand up against him, in the
So
name of God,
yeah,
that's all it takes.
I start back work
Excuse me.
on the 12th of next month. I am really excited about that. The new GM, she seems like she's awesome. Yeah, I feel like this is an amazing thing that's going to happen. Like I said in my last video I posted on YouTube, I did a just a 3-card reading just to get a feel of what, if this is what I needed to do, and I love this deck. This is one of my favorite Oracle decks. I have so many Oracle decks in tarot. It's not even funny. But it's by Colette Baron Reeds, and I am really connected to the animals. Most of my spirits that I have connected to me are animals. I have an owl that deals with intuition and the psychic sense. Her name is Amethyst. And then I have my wolf. And then I acquired a Cerberus. And he's directly connected to Hecate.
Just like he's been using
And
this whole time. I've got news for
So
you.
yeah,
I'm sure you
I am
could
just
sit in
really
your filthy
excited
home,
about
read your
everything that's
Nazi
coming.
hate books
And I
arrogant
want
crap
to
on the internet for
really
years. And one day you go in your car and something makes you decide to do something about it. Well, I know something that you don't
say
know.
something on this since it's
That
so
little voice that you
spiritual
heard that night,
and
the one
really
that whispered
meant a
in
lot
your
to
ear.
me.
Let's go find a black guy and kill him.
There was like,
That little voice.
I've gone through a really
And he
dark
was riding in the
time
backseat of your car.
these past months with
Weren't you, Dad?
having to get rid of my
Sorry.
fur babies.
I'm confused. What's going on?
And tonight I looked into somebody's house and they had a dog. And they already had all these cats. And I'm like,
Ever since you
what
came into
the
this town,
fuck?
you've been playing us all like a pinball machine. You know exactly
You're
where
only
everyone's
supposed
button
to-
is, and you know
if-
where to push and how hard. You are the devil himself.
There
You
are people that
a
have
liar.
been here longer and they have had more, they have more dogs, but they have been here
You don't know as much as you think you do.
since the beginning of
Keep going.
whenever,
It's
and I
working.
understand that. But if you have already had
Whisper in the
your
ears.
cats,
Kill.
and that's what
You whisper in
management
love, you're
knows
afraid.
is your cats, and then you bring in another
Talk to an
animal,
entire
that
church
goes
full of people
against
into doing
the
absolutely
lease.
nothing.
And I already got in trouble for having my 2 dogs, and I got rid of them. And then to
I
see
have to confess
this
something.
was kind of like
I've listened,
a slap on the face,
and now
and I was like,
I'm a
and I
prejudiced
just shook my
man.
head because
I don't know.
those were my fur babies. They were a part of me. They gave me great joy.
Where I thought, wouldn't it just be easier?
And I had
Just
to get rid of
easier
them.
to be with
And
my own kind.
for the longest time, I was in a really dark place.
I've discovered something about people.
And then I was gone
There are
for
only
a
2
week
kinds on this whole earth.
from
The ones who will tolerate you,
before, I think it was like
and the ones who won't.
June
I won't.
29th.
Just because he sent you some angels doesn't mean God cares about you, man.
I think it was like the
You're the
30th
one being used
of
here.
June
Look what he let happen here.
to
God created diversity. God is the source of your problem.
after 4th of
I
July.
have something to show you.
And I come home and my house was broken into. And it's like,
Soldiers make their stand.
so that
Guns,
really put me
cannons.
into
Politicians make their stand with
not
speeches
really
and fancy
sleeping
words.
at night.
All I've
Not
got
really,
is the
I
only
just,
thing I know how to do best.
it does not feel like home anymore, and it doesn't feel safe anymore.
I just bake bread.
And then on top of that,
I feed my
after
family and my
that,
neighbors.
some dude who doesn't even speak a bit of English comes to my house at 11:45 at night
The bakery belongs to God now, and so
and
do
asking
I.
questions and having a receipt that was like from May something of 2020, and I'm like,
Is to tell him to
okay,
do it.
what's this? I don't get it. And that really put me in an alarm.
Run. Take off.
And
Sure.
and then I was
Yes, I
really
am.
strongly
So am I.
putting out that I need,
I've got some
because my ID was also stolen, so that put a temper on finding a job. And then a couple of days ago, I got a call from my friend Sandy, and she was asking me if I would want to come back to work. And I was like, yes, I would love to come back to work. And I told her, I said, but I don't have my ID. And she's like, you're not going to need your ID. Just fill out the application, and I'll let her know, and then go to interview and whatnot. So I did that.
Get him out. Come on, let's go. Nice job. See you later.
But yeah, so I just
So that's it.
felt really
That's what a
strong,
prophet does.
and
God chose
I
you
got this
to
book
be
and I
his
started
voice in
reading
this
it,
important dark time.
and I couldn't put it back, couldn't put it down.
He is very proud of you. have to go see my family.
This is our moment.
So yeah, and couldn't come in a better time because I still have to pay my water bill. I had to figure out that. I will probably call him tomorrow and say, you know,
Wait! I can't just stay here and wait for you to figure out what you want. I just need a little more time.
I'm just now getting back to the working business. I'll start by the 12th. Can I please? Is there a way I can get online? Because I have no way of going over there to pay it.
Thank Captain Obvious.
Um,
Wow, your pectoral muscles are outstanding. What? What?
Booking a trip can feel dramatic, but with free cancellation, you can't go wrong with hotels.com.
Can I please, is there a way I can pay it online?
He went missing in 1934.
And the thing that kind of brought this on is I've really been thinking about moving. I need to move to where I have support. And Tumas is just, I have friends, but they're not like really reliable. And with school coming, thank goodness I will be working, you know, the morning shift, which is a good thing. And I will be getting 12 an hour instead of like 10.25 an hour. And that's a big plus. And so what I'm going to do is with the money I get from tax credit, to get the card again. I'm not going to touch that. Not unless I have to. And I'm going to put back money for that. And
Shoulders back, eyes forward. Don't look at me.
I'm just really excited. Things are getting better. And the whole point of this conversation is there are times when you have to go through a dark time to be more
What is a salute anyway, Tess?
Oh, it's a lot of things.
um,
It's a sign of respect. It says, I know who you are and I am a soldier. Honoring my leader. It also says,
how do I put this? So for me to go through this dark time, it opened up to me
so you better try to get it right.
that
At ease, ain't you, girl? You got your orders?
Yes, ma'am.
I needed to put things more in perspective.
Take a look over there.
I needed to take that time away, and for the longest time I felt
That's him.
a disconnect with my cards and with my craft. And then, you know, all of this came about, and I was like,
What's the matter?
and once I knew that I got the job,
What did I tell you about
I came back home, I got into my cards, and everything was on point, just automatically on point.
He's forgotten about the
It is
tradition.
so important
Nations.
to
Maybe
just
peacetime, but there's a war going on in that man's heart.
have that time
Soldiers
of solitude.
Don't tell him like that.
That's
And
not bravery. That's anger. And I've got just the angel for
I love it. I feel more spiritual and
Raphael.
more enlightened and stronger.
Tell him about the hair.
Because things are finally just getting back to the way they wanted to be. I've been wanting to go back to work for a while. and the stress of having to find a babysitter, having to find somebody to watch her, because I did have an interview with all subs, and I thought that's where I needed to be, but that was like during school still, and my daughter had just gotten sick, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, and I missed that opportunity, but that gave me initiative. Hey, kitty of mine, to want to go and work again. And I didn't give up on that. And so it was like, and then this happened, and they took my ID, and I was like, okay, I know in my head I was saying, just give up, just whatever. But I knew I couldn't, because my daughter deserves better. She deserves to be safe. She deserves to have good things in life. And I am so happy to go back to work at Brahms, because I really did love my work. I really did love my work. And the funny thing is, today, after I get done with finishing up the paperwork that I needed to finish up for work, I was just walking around going to be my station again, and noticing things. And I ran into this one guy with this little girl, and he's like, are you going to be start back working here? And I'm like, yes, on the 12th I will be back. And he's like, it really needs to be cleaned and organized. And I'm like, yeah, I can tell that. Because the thing is, with work, what I did is I never stocked the eggs 3 high. And when people would do that, just looking, I would always go back, and I would always fix them, and I would go through them to see which ones are broken and which ones aren't. And I was always constantly doing something. No one had to tell me to do anything. And my old crew is so happy that I'm going to be back, even though it's not at the night shift. And I know they would want me at the night shift. And they will always be my crew, because I was Mama Bear or Mama Wolf. 2 kids. And but I felt like this time around, with school starting back, I needed to be where I can, how do I say it? Where I can spend time with my daughter after she gets off. I can pick her up after school and whatnot. So I'll be working the 8 to 3 shift, so that's 8 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. That's 7 hours. And so I was like, this is perfect for me. I mean, I would love to work with my bestie, Sandy, but as having a daughter that I would have to spend money on a babysitter, and I need to save to, put up money to move. And I'm going to do that. And I think it's just really important that I do that. And the thing is, there's so much in this apartment that falling apart. Carpet, nails, just hanging out, waiting for someone to scratch. Toilet works half the time, and it constantly runs. I get so sick and tired of it. And with electric, my bills are only supposed to be like $192. Okay, my electric alone is $200, and I can't deal with that. Everyone else's electric is not, but mine is, and my next door neighbor's is, and with people, landlord just letting in some willy-nilly person. Never had a problem with my house getting broken into until somebody else moves in, and then bam. And it wasn't just my house, it was my friend's daughter's house too. And I'm like, and we can't do anything about it. There's no surveillance cameras. There's nothing here to protect us. You know, so it's like, how are we to go do stuff and having to worry about if our stuff is going to get stolen? But things happen for a reason. And yes, I was sad because, you know, that was my hard-earned money that I got for it from working that, and now it's like gone. Now back to square one. No freaking vacuum cleaner, no old TV that makes a noise. And that was just a blow. But I realized, you know, I got caught up in having nice things. Well, I get that stuff back. Yes, eventually I will. But I cannot dwell on that. So, I am happy to say. And then my lovely, let me get, oh my gosh. Oh, cigar, because that's all I could afford right now until the 14th. And I'm thinking about things are just, they're really looking up. And I thank the divine for that, and I thank the universe for that. They heard my plea, and I can't wait to start back work, paying my bills, paying my rent. But I just wanted to come on here and talk to y'all a minute about, you know, what's really going on with me. And I hope y'all have a good night. Bye.